Hello and welcome. This is your host ERacerMK, back again with another 2XKO video. Okay, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to explain this to you about the two fuses system, and I'm just going to explain why it shouldn't be on online. But it's more so, if it does come on online, it should have its own separate mode or separate servers. So, with that say, if you guys are kind of lost, there's these two fuses in 2XKO. You have Juggernaut and Psychic, basically the two fuses for single player. Well, I won't say single player, but for one champion and only for one champion. While you got other fuses like Freestyle, 2X Assist, and Double Down for tag team like mechanics. For those that don't know why I say Juggernaut and Psychic should be their own separate things or their own separate servers, is because of the advantage it can cause. Let me show you, for example. Alright, right here, you look at right here. So Juggernaut, you begin the match with Fury Break, which Fury itself is a comeback mechanic like the Rage system from Tekken. All that stuff, and then you also gain 200 max HP. And believe me, ladies and gents, that's a big buff. You know what I mean? And then you take 25% less damage while at low health. It varies from champion to champion. Some champions got more health than others. Other champions not so much, but then here's the funny part. They begin the match with 2 bars, so they get 2 supers, and the max bar be 5. So I can do a level 3, a level 2, and then 2 level 1s. And then also damage output amplified. All right, listen. With Juggernaut and Fury and the damage amplifies. Let's just say if you play a and believe me, this is on rank too. So if you were playing like your normal, like your tag team normal of your 2XKO, how the game was marketed it for, with of tag team fighting, and you put with a character that's basically Juggernaut or Psychic, it could be one of the best characters ever. Let's start with Darius, for example, with Juggernaut. Darius in Juggernaut is a nightmare in online, regardless on their skill levels and all that stuff. Let's just say Darius online is a nightmare. Oh, especially with the Juggernaut, and then with the Fury, and Fury's a comeback mechanic that increase your character's attacks, and you get like health back and all that stuff. It's something just like, oh my goodness. But for example, it depends on character skills. Like, it's not impossible to beat a character that's in Juggernaut or Psychic. It just makes this game like frustrating hard, or frustratingly easy, or time consuming, and just all that stuff. While your character can get touched to death by these Juggernauts. See, that's the problem with the Juggernaut and the Psychic. You can have a touch of death situation when you play against characters that are playing, tag team mechanics like, Double Down, 2X Assist, Freestyle. Basically, the way the game, was supposed to be played, but I digress. But with the 2X, not 2XL, but the fuses, I think this needs to be reworked on the online part, because this will bring disadvantage a lot of these players because not only they're only doing with one champion. What if this one champion is their main, or basically one champion that they main for a while, and they're top tiers, you know what I mean? Or, I know tier lists don't mean anything, but it's just food for thought there's like players that plays this, and and they they feel trapped or frustrated with how things are going. Not only that, it's just that if a player with these players probably say, oh, so Juggernaut has more benefits than actual playing the actual tag team fighting game. And I appreciate what this game is trying to do. It's trying to get players that, if you're not a big tag team fighting game, you could always go Juggernaut here for the single player aspect of the game. It's all cool, but I wish they make a separate online for these type of players, because when you go to rank or anything, it's like a flip on a coin. You might get someone that's played Juggernaut, and they probably playing Darius or Yasuo, and you don't know how good some of these players can get. And believe me, some of these players are getting better and better as time goes on. It happens in fighting games, but they need to address a lot of this for helping the online to be a little bit more healthier, if you ask me. Because I feel like if they could just like do a few changes, this will actually help their online out a lot. But who knows what I think. But I go on with how crazy Juggernaut is. Sidekicks is just as bad, because of the psychic characters can do their own supers and all that stuff as an assist, and that's the main problem with a lot of the mechanics in this game, is because this can do this, and there's like advantages with these fuses, especially the single player on the fuses. Juggernaut Psychic have more advantage than the people who are playing this game on 2x assist, double down, and all that stuff. And like I said before, it depends on player skill level, but I got a feeling that Psychic and Juggernaut are like, it might make this online a little bit unhealthy, because we don't know which player plays these type of styles, and we can't avoid these type of players in online. We just hope for the best. It's just like with the whole Wi-Fi and Ethernet type of deal. But anyway, ladies and gents, that's my own sense about this. What do you guys think? Because I know it might sound crazy and all that stuff, but I want you guys hear you guys what you have to say. Do you think Riot should make a different online mode for these type of players, or should they be allowed to go with rank with some people that does play the tag team fighting game aspect of it and all that stuff? But that's my own 2 cents in. But anyway, you don't have to agree with me, or you don't have to agree with me. You can disagree also. But with that say, this is your host Eraser MK signing out. I'll catch you guys next time.